you ever thought about traveling alone, but the thought of making new friends abroad makes you kind of nervous? Then stick around, this video is for you. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. So I am a huge fan of traveling and making friends abroad, to the point where some of my closest friends live all over the globe, and I've just met so many random people that I still keep in contact with today, just because I think it makes the connection so much more sweeter when you meet people in your element doing what you love to do and experiencing new things. So I figured I would share a few of the ways that have helped me make new friends while traveling alone and how to break the ice. So when I travel, I treat the new location like I would treat my home. I do the same exact things at home that I would do in a new country. So if I go to the gym consistently at home, I'm going to the gym consistently in a new country. If I'm going out to eat at home, I'm going out to eat in a new country. My lifestyle doesn't necessarily change. I think it just allows you to feel more social because you haven't really seen things. It forces you to ask for help sometimes because you might not know where you're going. It's just, you're in unfamiliar territory. It opens doors, but also gives you the comfort of doing what you would normally do. There's some element of familiarity there while exploring a new place, and therefore opportunity to meet new people and get out of your shell. I've also met a lot of people at different social clubs. So depending on where you are from, there are different social clubs available to you. I have a global one at Soho House that I tend to use. For the gym, it's international, and I've met so many people, so many fantastic people just by going to Soho House and being linked into that community. I'm a strong believer that everybody knows something that you don't, so I just get excited with chatting with new people in general. But being in a social club allows for you to just put your walls down and be social, since that is quite literally the point of a social club. So I think utilizing Eventbrite for events or Meetup for events is actually super underutilized, and this is not me trying to plug them in or promote them in any way. I am not sponsored. There are so many fantastic events I've been to just off of Eventbrite. I mean, they range from free to expensive. The ones that I be liking, they've been amazing. I've been to pitch competitions, which, if you're unfamiliar with that, it's kind of like Shark Tank in real life, or Dragon's Den, wherever you're from. I've been to different creative mixers, been to different tech conferences off of Eventbrite that I just randomly stumbled upon just from scrolling on the app. So I think that's super underutilized with traveling, and you can meet a lot of people that way, linking to your common interests. Ooh, one of my favorite ways to meet new people is by using Airbnb Experiences. Like I said, this is not a plug for them, but Airbnb Experiences it can make you think outside of the box. There are so many different activities and just creative things to do, like a cooking class or a walking tour or a bike tour. When I went to Madrid, I went on a bike tour where the leader of the group was also a photographer. So he was just taking pictures of you all throughout Madrid. It was so beautiful. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have gotten any pictures because I was really tired and burnt out by the time I got to Madrid. And I'm just so happy I went on that bike tour, and it was good exercise, and it allowed for me to just see more of the city that I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for that tour. Don't sleep on Airbnb Experiences. There is something for everyone there. When I went to Japan, me and my siblings, we went to a dumpling and ramen making class, and it was the best experience. Just take a look at the app. Even if you don't stay in an Airbnb, you can still utilize Airbnb Experiences because it is a different portion of the app. When you're traveling alone, you're already bold enough and brave enough to just explore the world on your own, or even consider it. So I hate to break it to you, you just gotta make the first move sometimes. What I've learned in life is that everybody is in their own head. Everybody is focused or super self-conscious to a degree, thinking about how they show up in the world, to the point where no one is really thinking about anybody else or caring about anybody else, which is good news and bad news depending on how you look at it. But with that, sometimes a simple, hey, how are you? Oh, I like your shirt. Oh, you are glowing. Oh my gosh, your haircut. Just being complimentary can open so many doors, but that requires you to make the first step. Some of my longest standing friendships have just started by me saying, hey, we're at a social club, let's grab a coffee. In person, same thing. Like, hey, I like your shirt. Where'd you get it? Oh, I hear your accent. Where are you from? Oh, are you from here? I've built so many connections just from making the first move, and it has, when you build your community, it's more in a natural or free-flowing way. I don't know, it feels different inside, and it really just leads to the opportunity of just making connections for a lifetime. You just gotta get rid of the fear of how you look when you present yourself to somebody and just be you unapologetically. Also, don't be afraid to utilize the community that you already have established. Sometimes a friend of yours that you had maybe a couple years ago might have a community out in whatever country you are interested in visiting. Talk about your travels to people and they can connect the dots. There's been times where I said, hey, I'm going to London, or hey, I'm going to Spain, or hey, I'm going to Japan, and other people have been like, oh, my cousin is there for a class. People make connections in the most random ways, and you just never know how you actually might be 2 or 3 degrees away from a connection in the country you want to visit. So talk about your travels to your friends, your family, and see what unfolds from there. One more way I have made friends, and it's kind of non-traditional, is by utilizing Bumble BFF. Now, Bumble is known for being a dating app, and you could do with that as you please. That's another route. However, Bumble BFF focuses on connecting you with people who are interested in friendships or meeting new people in general. And that, although I've met less people that way, it is one that works, I would say. And you just have to have conversation online. Now, to some people, I understand that might feel unnatural. However, if you're too scared to meet people in person and to just make the first move in person, then maybe this could be a better route for you because of the element being through the phone. You can kind of scope somebody out a little bit before you take the first step. That's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment, let me know, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my video about 6 safety tips for traveling solo if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.